位尊敬的Vaishnava奉献者，今天是2023年。
Recording in progress.
我们邀请到了尊敬的圣巴比维美纳纳辛哈斯瓦米玛拉给我们讲解今天大伯加瓦坛早课，敬请聆听。Hare Krishna。Hare
Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurunmilitanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we're hearing Lord Krishna describe his great love for the people of Vrindavan.
我们听到主 Krishna 描述他对 Vrindavan 的居民的巨大的爱。
So this Brhad Bhagavatamrta is being spoken by Parikshit. He's speaking to his mother, Uttara.
这部大伯加瓦坛纲目是 Parikshit Maharaj 讲给他的母亲 Uttara。
Maharaj Parikshit has only a short time before he will leave the world. His mother wanted to hear the essence of what he had heard from Sukadeva Goswami.
Parikshit Maharaj 在离开这个世界之前呢，他只有很短的时间了，所以他的母亲想从他那里聆听 Parikshit Maharaj 从 Sukadeva Goswami 那里聆听到的精华。
So Maharaj Parikshit is describing how Lord Krishna continued to praise the glory, the wonderful devotion of the people of Vrindavan.
Parikshit Maharaj 就形容说，主 Krishna 继续在赞扬着 Vrindavan 居民的奇妙的品质。
He was describing the good fortune of these people of Vrindavan, how they have so much love for Krishna.
他在形容 Vrindavan 居民们的巨大好运，他们是多么的热爱 Krishna。
So Uddhava was there with Lord Krishna. He was becoming anxious to hear the special ecstasies of Vrindavan. He was worried that these special the ecstasies of the people of Vrindavan, that they would again, they would draw the Krishna into a trance.
Uddhava 和 Krishna 在一起 ，Uddhava 渴望聆听 Vrindavan 居民的特别的狂喜之情，他担心 Vrindavan 居民的狂喜之情会使 Krishna 把 Krishna 拽到神定的状态。
So Uddhava made a sign to the ladies who were present that they should do something to avoid Krishna going into a trance.
Uddhava 就朝在场的这些女士们打了一个手势和眼色，就让他们做点什么，采取一些什么行动，避免使 Krishna 进入到神定当中。
So Satyabhama and Rukmini and the other queens who were all present, they surrounded their husband and touched his feet with their heads.
Satyabhama, Rukmini 以及在场的其他皇后们就围绕着簇拥着他们的丈夫，并且用头触碰了他的足。
And they offered prayers to their husband with very pleading voices, and they were crying at the same time. They were sobbing tears, and in this way they gradually were able to calm down Lord Krishna.
他们就用恳求的语气向他们的丈夫祈祷，哭泣着、啜泣着，最终使他们的丈夫终于平静了下来。
So Uddhava saw that Krishna was on the verge of again becoming very agitated, so excessively agitated by remembering everything about Vrindavan.
乌德瓦看到 Krishna 会因为回忆起文达文的一切而变得再次激动起来，极度的变得情绪激动。
So they didn't want Krishna to become too much disturbed by all the remembrance of Vrindavan, because he would again cry and he would lose control of himself again.
他们不希望看到 Krishna 太过于受到打扰，由于想到了文达文而哭泣泪流满面，失去自制。
So Uddhava made a sign to Satyabhama and the other queens present. He made a sign to them, and they responded without hesitation. They knew what Uddhava wanted them to do.
乌德瓦就向在场的萨提亚巴玛和其他的女士们有10个眼色，所以这些女士们就毫不犹豫地回应了他的这个手势。他们知道乌德瓦想要他们做什么。
The queens of Dwarka, like Rukmini and Satyabhama, that their relationship with Krishna is different from the way in which the gopis of Vrindavan relate to Krishna.
Dwarka 的王后们，例如像 Rukmini， 他们和 Krishna 的关系与 Vrindavan 的 gopi 们跟 Krishna 的关系是不一样的。
So they couldn't pacify Krishna the way the gopis of Vrindavan could pacify Krishna.
他们无法就像文达文的 gopi 们那样让 Krishna 镇定下来，他们没办法像文达文的 gopi 那样让 Krishna 平静下来。
But the queens, they did the best which they could to help Krishna avoid going into that trance.
但是多尔卡的王后们还是尽最大的努力，帮助 Krishna 避免进入神定。
So Uddhava, he urged that Devaki and Rohini should come in quickly with the food and drink for Krishna's meal.
乌德瓦就敦促 Devaki、Rohini 快速的把 Krishna 的食物饮料端进来。
The intimate devotees of Krishna, they know Krishna's desire before Krishna will say anything. They can understand what his desire is.
在主 Krishna 开口表达自己的愿望之前，他的亲密的奉献者就已经明了他的心愿了。
So by bringing the food in, his Krishna's lunch, Uddhava, he was very wise, and he was able to change the whole mood which was there.
就是在这个食物Krishna 的午餐被端起来之前，Uddhava 非常的聪颖，他知道怎么样改变整个的氛围。
Because as soon as they brought the food in, then they thought about, okay, it's time for Krishna's meal, and they stopped thinking about Vrindavan and all the things there.
一旦食物被端进来，那么人们都知道现在主 Krishna 该进餐了。那么这时候呢，有关于 Vrindavan 的一切的描述也就会停止。
And Devaki, she was also thinking, and she also understood that Krishna will need to have his food. So earlier, she had already gone off to the kitchen and she prepared everything for Krishna's meal.
Devaki 也明白 Krishna 是需要进食的，他就早早的进了厨房，准备了 Krishna 的餐食。
And Balarama also removed himself from everything. Balarama, he went away. He understood that if he was present, it would remind Krishna too much about Vrindavan.
Balarama 也抽身离开了现场。他知道，倘若他自己在场的话，那么又会让人们想起Vrindavan。
So Balarama made an excuse. He said, I have to go and take bath. So he went away.
Balarama 就托辞说他要去沐浴，就这样就离开了。
And so when Balaram had finished his bath, then Uddhava had Balaram come back in.
Balarama 沐浴完，Uddhava又让 Balarama 再次的来到了跟前。
And then at that time, Uddhava informed Lord Krishna that Narada was standing in the doorway. In other words, Narada had come to see Lord Krishna.
Uddhava 接着就通告主 Krishna 说 ，Narada 就在门口，Narada 来觐见主 Krishna 了。
So Lord Krishna knows everything because he's in everyone's heart. But still, he asked a question with a smile. He asked, why is he being kept standing there? Why doesn't he come in as usual?
Krishna 是无所不知的，因为他在每个生物心中，但是他仍然微笑着问道：“为什么Narada一直站在门口，迟迟不进来呢？”
Lord Krishna already knew the answer to his question, but still he was asking this. He was smiling.
主 Krishna 已经知道这个问题的答案了，但是他仍然微笑着 提出这个问题。
Actually, Narada had taken part in this whole scene, this whole situation which had been enacted to help Krishna, to relieve Krishna from his anxiety about Vrindavan.
实际上 Narada 就参与了整个的事件，帮助让主 Krishna 摆脱对文达文的焦虑。
So Narada was remembering Krishna as being in Vrindavan. He was reminding Krishna of Vrindavan. Narada would remind Krishna about Vrindavan.
Narada 就会提醒 Krishna， 让 Krishna 想起文达文。
So Krishna didn't become angry. Krishna is this darling, he's a dear son of Nanda Maharaj. So Krishna cannot be dissatisfied with Narada.
Krishna 并没有生气，因为他是 Nanda 大君的爱儿，所以他不可能对 Narada 生气。
Narada is glorifying the cowherd people, Nanda's pastures. Nanda Maharaj Krishna. Narada is glorifying all the people who are from Vrindavan and who are associates of Nanda Maharaj.
Narada 就荣耀了Nanda 大君，在文达文的 Nanda 大君的所有的同游们。
So Krishna asked, why was Narada waiting at the door? Because no one until now had ever stopped Narada from coming into Krishna's palace.
Krishna 就问 Narada 为什么一直在门口等候着？因为到目前为止，没有人阻止 Narada 的行动。
So Uddhava smiled and answered to Lord Krishna, he says, my Lord, because he is afraid and embarrassed.
Uddhava 就微笑着回答主 Krishna 说：“我的主啊，Narada 呢，他感到害怕，他感到难为情。”
So when Lord Krishna heard this, then Lord Krishna personally went to the door and he brought Narada inside and he began to speak to him.
当主 Krishna 听到这番话，就亲自来到门口，把 Narada 带进大厅，开始对他说话。
So even Uddhava was also smiling when he thought about Narada's very curious behavior.
当 Uddhava 想起 Narada 非常古怪的行为的时候， Uddhava 也微笑了。
Because Narada had arrived, he'd come there very enthusiastically, and he was displaying uncontrolled symptoms of ecstasy and hiding his ecstasy in the sky just to watch Krishna's visit. He was watching Krishna visit this Nava Vrindavan, you know, the replica of Vrindavan. It wasn't actually Vrindavan, but it was the replica of Vrindavan. and he was watching how Krishna would react in that place.
Narada 是热情洋溢的，到达了那个地方。他是有着狂喜的，他展示了狂喜的征兆，但是他努力的掩饰这种狂喜。他就在天空，在观察着主 Krishna 拜访 Nava 稳达文，这个 Nava 稳达文、新稳达文是稳达文的复制品。他在观察主 Krishna 在那里是如何的行为举止的。
So Uddhava told Krishna that Narada was actually afraid because of the offences he had committed by disturbing Lord Krishna's mind.
Uddhava 告诉 Krishna， Narada 害怕他打扰了 Krishna 的心意，从而对 Krishna 做了冒犯。
But Krishna replied that Narada should never be afraid. He should never be afraid of Krishna, for any reason, and he should never hesitate to come and meet Krishna.
但是主 Krishna 回答说 ，Narada 应该毫不犹豫的就来见 Krishna。
And Uddhava said, well, Narada was also embarrassed.
但是 Uddhava 又说 ，Narada 感到非常的难为情，很难堪。
It's the nature of pure devotees that they're usually shy to show their private ecstasies, to show their great love for Krishna.
纯粹奉献的本性就是，他们因为展示出他们私人的狂喜、私人的爱，所以他们就感到非常的不好意思。
They don't want to show their ecstasies because it might disturb other people, and the pure devotees never want to disturb other people.
他们不想展示自己的狂喜。因为这会打扰到别人，纯粹的奉献者是不会希望打扰别人的。
So to pacify Narada, Krishna himself went to invite Narada into his palace.
为了安慰 Narada， 主 Krishna 便亲自去邀请 Narada 进入到宫殿。
And Krishna approached Narada Muni very respectfully, and he bowed down to him, and he took him by the hand and escorted him into the palace.
主 Krishna 就彬彬有礼的就迎接了 Narada， 并且顶拜了他，手拉着他的手，把他引到了宫殿。
You can see the love between Lord Krishna and his pure devotee Narada.
你们可以看出主 Krishna 和他的纯粹奉献者 Narada 之间的有着多么深厚的爱意。
So Krishna said to Narada Muni, he says to Narada, my dearest friend, you are always eager to please me.
主 Krishna 对 Narada 说道：“我最亲爱的朋友啊，你总是渴望来取悦我。”
And you're the best of all those who relish transcendental emotions.
在那些品尝超然的情感的人们当中，你是佼佼者。
And Krishna says to Narada, you have done a great favor for me.
主Krishna对Narada说道：“你为我做了一件大好事儿。”
So Krishna is telling Narada that what you did was not offensive.
Krishna 告诉 Narada 说：“你的所作所为没有丝毫的冒犯。”
And Krishna is saying that the devotee who knows about my transcendental taste for devotion, for my devotional service, will behave like this naturally.
Krishna 说：“那些对我的奉爱服务有着超然品味的人，他们的行为就自然而然的会这样流露出来。”
So Lord Krishna is telling Narada, you have no reason to feel ashamed. You have not done anything wrong.
主 Krishna 告诉 Narada：“ 你没有理由感到羞愧，你没有做错任何事情啊。”
And Krishna says, it's true that when one is separated from the people he loves, then that pure love makes one suffer within.
主 Krishna 说道：“的确，当人们和自己所爱的人分开了之后，他们这种纯粹的爱就会变成内心的巨大痛苦。”
And that suffering which we go through, that is like a blazing fire.
而我们所经历的这份巨大的痛苦，就像熊熊烈焰一样。
And that pain which we experience in being separated from the people we love, it creates a feeling that is very, very deep. It's a type of sorrow, a type of misery which we're going through. But it's very deep.
而我们和所爱的人的这份，当我们体验到和所爱的人们分离，然后这会创造出一种非常的难过、悲伤、深深的这种伤痛之情。
And we cannot stop that suffering.
而且我们无法停止这种痛苦。
And at first we feel very, very wretched. We feel very fallen.
起初我们感到非常的悲惨，感到很堕落。
So Narada Muni, he may agree that he doesn't need to be embarrassed.
Narada 他也许会同意就是他无需感到很难为情。
He lost control in the ecstasy of doing his devotional service.
他在从事自己的奉爱服务的时候，就因为狂喜而失控了。
But he had actually caused Krishna great distress by sending Krishna into a bewildering trance, remembering the people of Vrindavan.
但实际上，这使得 Krishna 因为想起了稳达文的人们，而把 Krishna 投入了一种令他困惑的神定当中，令他痛苦。
So Lord Krishna wants to convince Narada that he shouldn't blame himself.
主 Krishna 想向拿达表明说，拿达不需要自责。
And the actual pain of being separated from the people we love is only understood it can only be understood while we show it can only be understood through the kind of mental pain which a person goes through.
实际上，一个人和他所爱之人的分离，使他感受到的这种痛苦呢，只能通过心意的痛苦才能被理解到。
The person who actually feels this kind of separation, he's actually absorbed in the incredible ecstasy, the bliss.
实际上，当人们真正的体验着这种分离之苦的时候呢，他在专注于这种不可思议的狂喜之情。
So this devotee is actually very fortunate.
这位奉献者事实上是极为幸运的。
And there may appear to be some distress, but it's only for a very short time, just for a moment. He feels distress. But he may feel that feeling will very soon give way to the greatest happiness.
这位奉献者就貌似可能是痛苦的，但这种痛苦呢，只持续短暂的片刻时间，随后他感受到他这种痛苦就让位于一种巨大的快乐的感受。
But the pain of separation is considered greater than the happiness of enjoying with the ones we love.
这种分离之苦，实际上要比一个人和所爱之人在一起享受快乐，实际上要胜过这种境界，要胜过与所爱之人在一起享受。
Separation is so pleasing, gives so much pleasure to the mind that it cannot be described.
分离给心意带来的快乐是无法描述的。
And it becomes transformed. In the end, it becomes transformed into the greatest pleasure.
最终，它会转化为最巨大的快乐。
But only experts in tasting these moods can understand how this happens.
只有那些品尝这种心绪的专家才能知道这是如何发生的。
The bliss of merging into the impersonal aspect of the Absolute is, some people may say that bliss of merging into the oneness of the Absolute, that cannot be described.
有些人说， 融入到绝对者的非人格特征的带来的极乐是无法描述的。
But the bliss of pure devotional service, prema, that's even harder to describe.
但是纯粹奉献服务带来的极乐，这种 prema 是更加难以描述。
And the hardest thing to describe is the inconceivable ecstasy of this love in separation.
然而，在此之上最难以描述的是分离之爱所带来的狂喜之情。
And this pain of separation in the beginning is pain, but it grows it becomes the greatest pleasure.
分离之苦，起初开始的时候是一种苦涩的感受，但是它会转变成熟为一种最大的狂喜。
The ecstasy of separation is not the misery, not the miserable experience, which it appears to be to outsiders.
分离带来的狂喜之情，并不是像外人并不是会像外人眼里那样的痛苦的体验。
We have to understand that pain of separation, that is the cause of the greatest satisfaction for the heart. It gives the greatest feeling, greatest pleasure to the heart.
我们必须明白，这种分离带来的痛苦，实际上会导致心灵会导致心灵感受到最大的快乐和满足。
So if someone asks, how can one feel happy when there's so much misery?
如果有人问，在这种痛苦面前，人又如何能感受到快乐呢？
But we should understand that only those people who are rasikas, who are actually expert in tasting this special prem, they can understand it. Others cannot.
但我们需要明白的是，只有那些rasika， 就是这些品尝这些滋味的专家们，他们品尝这种 prema 的专家才能明白，而其他人是搞不懂的。
So after this pain of separation is taken away, then one's heart feels fully satisfied.
当发生这种分离之苦的时候，一个人内心是感到最大的满足。
And at that time, one enjoys the greatest pleasure of meeting again with his beloved.
当他和自己的心爱的人儿再次相聚的时候，他会享受到最大的快乐。
So for people who have not yet realize their natural attraction towards Krishna, they cannot understand this ecstasy.
对于他那如果谁还没有觉悟到他对主 Krishna 自然而然的吸引力的时候，是不能领会这份狂喜的。
So they shouldn't pretend to know about these things. They don't have any qualification to understand them.
他们不能假装就是了解了这一切，他没有资格去理解这一切。
But what they should do, they should take guidance from people who are authorized, who are expert in these things. They should take guidance from them in the line of the parampara, and they should learn how to gradually understand these things and how they can gradually become fit to understand these.
他们就应该接受那些在这件事物上的专家的指导，在使徒传系当中学习，逐渐的才能明白，才能有资格理解。
In order to become qualified to understand this pain of separation, people have to faithfully they have to faithfully hear, and they have to do service.
为了有资格理解这份分离之苦，一个人应该忠诚的去聆听，并且从事奉献服务。
The problem is our mind is materialistic, and so neophytes, they will have doubts.
问题在于一个人的心意是物质的，那么这个新人呢，他们就会心存疑惑。
And one of the doubts may be that they will say that, well, doesn't this, the great misery, the great suffering which they're going through, doesn't this can result in people dying, or they can be in delusion?
其中的一个疑惑就是，那么这份巨大的痛楚，难道不会导致一个人逐渐的死亡，进入到困惑当中吗？
And here we're hearing from Brhad Bhagavatamrta that unlimited joy, the greatest happiness comes from this misery.
我们从这部大摩加瓦唐甘露书中听到，这份痛苦、分离之苦，实际上它是带来无限的快乐，是最高的快乐。
Now, according to the laws of nature say that pleasure is generally followed by pain, and pain is followed by pleasure.
根据自然的法律，快乐之后就是痛苦，而痛苦之后又是快乐。
But this doesn't mean that pain becomes pleasure, or pleasure becomes pain.
但这并不意味着痛苦就变成了快乐，或者是快乐就变成了痛苦。
It means that the circumstances in this world are always changing.
这意味着，这个世界上的情况是 总是瞬息万变的。
So neither pleasure or pain can continue for very long without being replaced by the other one.
所以无论是快乐也好，痛苦也罢，都会被彼此所代替。
So to say that some kind of suffering matures into the highest happiness, the neophytes will say that's unreasonable. This doesn't make sense.
用这种说法，说是某种痛苦会成熟为最高的快乐，他们会说这是没有道理的。
So to justify this, in order to explain this logic, the pure devotees, what the pure devotees experience can be offered as evidence.
所以为了证明这是正确的，是合乎逻辑的，那么纯粹奉献者的体验就是证据。
And pure devotees, they do experience ecstasy in separation.
纯粹奉献者的的确确的就在分离之苦当中体验着狂喜。
And we cannot say there's any other reason why they experience this ecstasy. The only reason must be their intense experience of what appears from the outside to be suffering.
所以在外人眼里看来好像是痛苦的，那么这种纯粹奉献者他们体验的是一种强烈的快乐，所以就不能说他们没有理由有这种体验。
So to help new devotees to understand this, Krishna is explaining this to us to help new devotees so that we can understand this, how this pain becomes the greatest happiness.
所以为了帮助我们这些新奉献者能够明白这一切，主 Krishna 他就展示了痛苦就怎么能变成快乐的。
So Krishna compares the happiness of the pain of separation to the sensation of getting relief from pain.
Krishna 就在这两者当中进行了比较，一个是分离之苦带来的快乐，一个是从痛苦当中获得了缓解的感受。
So we have all had experience of that. We've all been in painful situations, and then at some point we get relief from the pain.
我们对此都有体验，我们因为一种处境而感到痛苦，之后呢，又摆脱了这种痛苦的处境。
So a person we may be struggling to get some object which satisfies us.
一个人可能在努力的为获得一个感官对象而努力的挣扎奋斗。
And we struggle, and the struggle will be painful. But when we achieve the object, then the pain becomes great pleasure.
当我们为此而努力的奋斗的时候，是这种过程是痛苦的。 但是，一旦获得了我们的目标，得到了我们想要的时候，这种痛苦就变成了快乐。
So this ecstatic distress of separation is similar to the pleasure that follows pain.
这种分离之苦而带来的快乐，就好像上述的，为了获得我们的目标，而一开始是痛苦的，随后是快乐的。
So Lord Krishna is explaining that pain becomes a pleasure in the end.
主 Krishna 就解释说，这种痛苦最终变成了快乐。
And these feelings are only the external appearance.
这种感受只是一种，只是一种外在的。
In the reality, the ecstasy of separation doesn't come from the externally meeting.
在现实生活中，分离带来的狂喜，并不取决于外在的两个人的相聚。
The ecstasy comes from the pain of separation.
狂喜是由于分离的痛苦而导致。
The ecstasy is what gives us the real satisfaction.
而狂喜会给我们带来最大的满足感。
And we never feel any insufficiency. We never feel we're lacking in anything. We feel completely satisfied.
我们永远不会有缺憾感，我们永远会感到彻底的心满意足。
So that ecstasy can be compared to the pleasure of gratifying our senses after not being allowed to. In the beginning you're not allowed to, but then you're allowed to satisfy it, so you feel that pleasure.
这种那份狂喜可以比喻为，当一个人一开始不被允许得到感官满足，之后呢，又被允许得到了他的感官满足。
But actually it's much more pleasure than even we're just speaking about it, but the pleasure is indescribable by words.
但实际上，这种快乐是言语无法描述的，是远远大于我们所说的。
Just like in ordinary dealings, the mind of an ordinary person feels relief when he can again be with the people he loved.
就像在普通的交往过程当中，当普通人被允许和他们所爱的人相聚的时候，他们心意就得到了平息缓解。
And of course he gets the opportunity to gratify his senses. He's reunited with the people he loves.
他再次有机会和他所爱的心上人重逢。
But actually a pure devotee's ecstasy comes from serving and remembering Krishna in separation.
但实际上，纯粹奉献者的狂喜来自于他服务 Krishna， 在分离当中服务 Krishna， 意念 Krishna。
Okay, so we're going to stop here today.
先到这里。
Are there any questions?
我们看一下问题。Yes。第一个问题是来自于潘查塔特瓦大西，禀拜马哈拉者 ，Krishna 是神本人，他需要进入神定吗？ Pantatava Prabhu is paying obeisance. He said, Maharaj, Krishna is God himself. Does Krishna need to enter into trance?
Well, he enters into trance. You could say it's the love of his pure devotees. Krishna is a person. We have to understand he's a person, and he is experiencing personal love for his different devotees.
Krishna 也是一个人，所以他体验着，就是他本人对他奉献者的这份爱。
This Krishna, you could say, of course, he always loves his devotees, but he's experiencing this separation from the people of Vrindavan. Remember, Narada Muni had gone to Dwarka looking for the people who received the greatest mercy of Krishna.
Krishna 是永远爱他的奉献者的，他实际上在体验着，就是对稳达文的居民的这种分离当中的感受。我们要记住，纳尔达呢，他是去朵尔卡目的是为了寻找哪些人得到了主 Krishna 最大的仁慈。
So Lord Krishna is showing how much he loves the people of Vrindavan. And he's describing that the people of Vrindavan, they're the most fortunate because they love Krishna so much.
主 Krishna 就展示出来，他爱稳达文居民的程度是多么的深，而稳达文的人们呢是最幸运的。因为他们也是这么深深的爱着 Krishna。
And their love is in separation because Krishna had gone, he'd left Vrindavan. So the people of Vrindavan are just feeling so much pain in separation from Krishna.
而稳达文的人们的爱呢是在分离当中的，因为 Krishna 走了。他离开了稳达文，所以稳达文的居民们由于和 Krishna 的分离而感受着这种痛苦。
And that pain becomes ecstasy.
这种痛苦就变成了狂喜。
So Lord Krishna, he's just as the people love Krishna, Krishna loves the devotees of Vrindavan. And when he's not with them, he's feeling the separation from them.
就像人们爱着 Krishna 反过来也爱着稳达文的人们，而他们就是当 Krishna 不在的时候呢，他们就体验着这种分离之情、分离之苦。
And so when Krishna's in Dwarka, and he's feeling the pain of separation from the people of Vrindavan, then he can go into trance, remembering them.
所以当主 Krishna 在朵尔卡的时候呢，他就和稳达文的人们分开了。当他想起稳达文居民的时候，便不由得进入了神定状态。
Because this is the greatest pleasure. And Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. So he likes to enjoy that pain of separation from his devotees.
这是最伟大的快乐。Krishna 是至高无上的享受者，所以 Krishna 他也在享受着这份分离带来的情怀，分离的情怀。
So we have to understand Krishna is a person and he has feelings and he's enjoying his different emotional feelings for his devotees.
我们要明白 ，Krishna 他是有人格的，他也是有感情的。Krishna 在享受着跟他奉献者之间的这份情怀。
And as we can, pure devotees can go into trance remembering Krishna, Krishna also can go into trance remembering his devotees.
纯粹的奉献者因为思念 Krishna 而进入神定 ，Krishna 也会因为思念奉献者进入神定。
We cannot think that we have qualities which Krishna doesn't. Whatever we have qualities, it all comes from Krishna.
我们不能以为我们的品质，我们有哪些品质是 Krishna 没有的？我们的所有这些品质都源于 Krishna。
Yes. Another
下一
question.
个问题是 Shruti Rupa Devi Dasi， 顶拜 Guru 奉。今天早课中提到的 Uddhava、Narada、温达文居民对 Krishna 的对主的情感，是否需要我们在人体生命中如是训练后才能回家？Shruti Rupa, the first question is in this morning's lecture mentioned Uddhava, Narada, and the people of Vrindavan. They're feeling to Lord Krishna. They have their own feeling to Lord Krishna. Whether or not it is necessary for us in our human form of body to be trained as it is, and then after that we can go back home to be also trained as this.
To be trained as what?
I think Uddhava and Narada and people of Brhad they have, I don't know. 那师弟，如果您这个问题，您能不能进一步如是训练？是如是上怎么样的训练呢？那我们看第二个问题，您再接着打。目前我更多能够真实体验到神和奉献者带给我的无量仁慈，但是我丝毫不知道神的需求是什么，我该如何以他喜欢的方式去服务他们。That's the second part is right now I can more experience the causeless mercy from God and from devotee, but I don't know what does God, what is the need of the God, and how can I serve him in the way he likes? She said she doesn't know what God needs.
Yes, well, you have to hear. Yeah, first of all, we have to understand more about who we are.
首先，就是您需要去聆听，您需要去聆听。那首先呢，我们应该更下功夫的呢，是首先明白我们自己是谁，我们的身份是什么。
We have to understand our nature as a human being, that we're individuals, we're persons, we have feelings, we have emotions, and we have all these things because these things are also there in God.
就是我们要明白我们的本性是什么，就是作为人呢，我们也都是有个体性的，我们都是活生生的，我们就有着感受，我们有着情怀，神也一样。
We have to appreciate more the existence of God. That God is there is a person behind this world. There's a supreme personality of over everything, who's controlling and arranging everything.
就是我们必须要承认、欣赏神的存在，在这世界上的背后呢，是存在着一个至尊的人物的，他是一切的控制者，他安排了一切。
It requires a lot of hearing. We have to hear. We have to hear carefully for a long time to purify the consciousness.
就需要聆听，我们需要小心翼翼的，经过长时间的漫长的聆听，然后净化我们的知觉。第一个问题，是不是在人体生命中就要训练出对主真实自发的情感？现在我只是假模假样的模仿。The first question is that whether or not that in our right now in this human body we have to train ourselves to develop the true spontaneous true feeling, because right now I'm simply imitating falsely.
Well, if you're imitating the devotional behavior, then it's imitation of a good thing.
倘若您在如果您模仿的呢，只是一种假模假样的在模仿奉爱，那么这种模仿也是好，也是件好事儿。
So we encourage the devotees to follow in the footsteps. Of course, we say don't just simply imitate, but follow in the footsteps. So follow the example. So you may not understand what you're doing, but if you follow the example of the devotees, the good devotees, then you'll get benefit. You'll get purification.
我们鼓励奉献者们要追随步伐，前辈的步伐，而不是模仿。那倘若我们在追随前辈的步伐的过程当中，我们尽管不明白我们在做些什么，但是如果我们追随这些好的奉献者的步伐，就会给我们带来好处。
Just like mother is chanting Hare Krishna. So if the child also chants like the mother, then it's good for the child.
就好，打个比方，母亲呢在那里唱诵 Hare Krishna， 孩子呢就是模仿母亲唱诵 Hare Krishna， 那对孩子是有好处的。
Of course, we want the child to gradually understand why to chant Hare Krishna.
我们希望孩子要逐渐的明白他为什么要唱诵 Hare Krishna。
And that will come gradually. The child will gradually grow up and will get more knowledge and more understanding.
那么逐渐的呢，当孩子长大成人了，他就有了知识，他的理解加深了。第三个问题，把在生活中的各方面遇到的各种因缘，都当作神的整体游戏中的一部分来对待，算不算是奉爱服务呢？In our life, we will meet various person and various situation. If we take it as part of the whole lila of God, whether or not it is counted as devotional service, if we take everything we meet as part of the play of God.
Well, it's not all devotional service. Devotional service goes on under the spiritual energy. But if we're acting under the material energy, it's not devotional service.
您说的这些并不都是奉服务，服务是在灵性能量的控制之下发生的。如果是在物质能量的控制之下，就不能算作是服务。
We have that free will. We can choose to take the shelter of Krishna or the shelter of Maya. So when we take the shelter of Maya, we're under the material energy. We're under the modes of nature. But when we take shelter of Krishna, then we're under the spiritual energy.
我们是有着自由意志的，就是倘若我们脱避于 Krishna 的话呢，我们就是在灵性能量的庇护之下；那倘若我们脱避于 Maya， 我们就是在物质能量、在物质自然属性的控制之下。
So you can't say everything is devotional service.
所以就不能说一切都是奉献服务。
下一个问题。
下一个是柴欣彤，顶拜亲爱的咕噜和所有奉献者，请问咕噜，分离的痛苦能转化为狂喜，这种狂喜是单纯的去爱体会到的，还是感受到被爱体会到的，还是去爱了又体会到被爱才能有的感受？感恩咕噜和奉献者。Obeisance, dear Guru and all devotees. Guru, the pain of separation can be transformed to bliss, ecstasy. So the感受到，但是去爱体会到。So the ecstasy comes from we simply to love, and after that we experience the ecstasy, or we experience the that we are loved by others, and after that we experience the ecstasy, or we loved, and then we experienced that we are loved by others, and therefore we have this feeling.
Yes, there must be love in the beginning. You have love for someone. In the beginning there's love, there's a relationship there, and you have love for them. But then you're separated from them. So there's pain in that separation. But that pain becomes ecstasy.
是的，必须要去爱某人。就是当你和这个所爱的人呢建立一种关系之后呢，之后你们分开了，在分开之后呢，就有这种痛苦，在痛之后呢，就会有狂喜。这不知道您回答您的问题没有？没有的话，您继续问。谢谢您。下一个是Yuvati Sachi Duridasi. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. My question is about the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Why did Narada Muni give to Dhruva Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya mantra, but not Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? Yuvati Sachim 马达吉问说 Hare Krishna 亲爱的 Guru Maharaj 在第4篇瓦坛为什么 Narada Muni 赐予 Dhruva Maharaj Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 这个 mantra 而没有赐予他 Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 呢？
Because Lord Chaitanya was going to come later on to give the Hare Krishna mantra.
因为随后主Chaitanya Mahaprabhu会到来赐予 Hare Krishna Maha Mantra。
So Narada Muni didn't want to go in the way of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Narada Muni knew that in the future Lord Chaitanya will come and he will give everyone the holy name, the Hare Krishna mantra. But Narada Muni doesn't want to interfere with Lord Chaitanya's mission. So he gave Dhruva Maharaj Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narada Muni 就知道将来呢，主产就是Narada Muni 知道将来主Chaitanya会降临尘世上，给予每个人派发 Hare Krishna Maha Mantra， 所以Narada Muni 并不想干扰Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 的使命。
But at that time, when Narada Muni was meeting, that was Satya Yuga. The Satya Yuga, in that particular time, Lord Krishna had not come. Lord Rama had not come. People were more devoted to Vasudev. Vasudev meaning Narayan, Lord Vishnu, like that. So Vasudeva, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, that's offering obeisances to Vasudeva, the personality of Godhead. So generally people think this is Vishnu.
就是当时在拿尔的穆尼呢，这件事是发生在Satya年代，黄金年代，主 Krishna 没来，然后主 Rama 呢也还没有降临。当时的人们呢，他们更倾心于青睐于Vasudev Narayana 主 Vishnu。所以这首 mantra 呢是在向主 Vasudeva 顶拜。主 Vasudeva 就是至尊人格守神，人们认为就是 Vishnu。
Dhruva Maharaj is going to go to Vaikuntha. He's not going to go to Goloka.
Dhruva Maharaj 的目的地是Vaikuntha无忧星宿，他的目的地呢并不是 Goloka。
Narada Muni is a Vaikuntha man. Narada Muni is his guru, so Narada Muni is from Vaikuntha, so he gave Dhruva Maharaj a mantra to go to Vaikuntha.
拿尔的穆尼本人就是Vaikuntha的人，所以他作为 guru， 他就给了一首 mantra， 就是让他的门徒去Vaikuntha 的 mantra。
Okay.
下一个问题来自于 Charu Chitra Devdasi。Hare Krishna， 谦卑的顶拜 Guru， 顶拜您，感恩 Guru 甜美的讲课。我的问题是，狂喜是通过奉献服务获得的，那我们渴望狂喜是灵性的吗？还是感官享乐？感恩 Guru。Hare Krishna, I bow down humbly to Guru. Thank you for your sweet letter. My question is that the ecstasy comes from devotional service. If we aspire ecstasy, to get ecstasy, is it spiritual or sense gratification? If we desire ecstasy.
Devotees generally don't desire ecstasy. They desire devotional service, because ecstasy can sometimes will disturb our devotional service. There's an example. There was one devotee was fanning Krishna. He had the peacock fan and he was fanning Krishna. But when he was fanning Krishna, he was feeling ecstasy. So he was unhappy, he was cursing this ecstasy because it was disturbing his service to Krishna.
就是奉献者不渴望狂喜，因为这会打扰他的奉献服务。奉献者是渴望奉献服务。有一个例子是讲的是有一个奉献者呢，他正在用孔雀羽毛扇子给 Krishna 扇凉，然后突然之间他感受到狂喜，然后他这时候呢他就不快乐了，他就诅咒这种狂喜，因为这干扰了他做奉献服务。
Okay.
下一个问题，是 Honor 华为，我不吃肉。我们先看一下有关的问题。这个第一个问题是华为每次联谊，我只是给家人做肉，奉献者联谊。我只不吃肉，只是买肉给家人做肉。如果我做素食供给 Krishna 能接受吗？算破沙的吗？ I don't eat meat, but I buy meat and cook meat for family members. If I cook vegetarian food and offer it to Krishna, will Krishna accept it? And is it prasadam?
Well, it's not very good, because you buy meat and you cook meat for other people. So this is not the mood of a devotee. So you can cook and offer to Krishna, but I don't know myself if Krishna is going to accept it or not. It's not very good standard.
这样呢是不好的，因为你买肉啊，又做肉，给别人买肉做肉，这不是奉爱的心态。我本人不知道 Krishna 会不会接受，这不是一个很好的标准。
Of course, if you're just cooking for yourself and then you offer to Krishna, for yourself you can do it. But, I mean, I wouldn't like to eat your cooking because you're buying meat and you're cooking meat for others. So I wouldn't like to take your cooking. So I don't know if Krishna would like to take it.
就是我本人来说，我不想吃你做的食物，因为呢，您呢为别人买肉啊，又做肉啊，我就不想吃你做的。我不知道 Krishna 会不会吃。下一个问题是。如果我只是给家人做肉，奉献者便以我主厨给奉献者吃，会影响奉献者的知觉吗？然后 this devotee continue to ask that I only cook meat for family members. During the association of devotees, I will cook in the kitchen and cook for devotees. Will that affect the consciousness of devotee?
Yes, could do. It could do.
可能会影响。我们一周一次联谊一半的时间用在做大餐上。我们想进厨房是最光荣的服务，虽然我不得已给家人做肉，但还是想进厨房。这种想法对吗？We will associate with each other once a week, and during the association, half of the time will be spent on the feast. We will think that is the most glorious service in the kitchen. Although I have to cook meat for family members, but still I want to enter into the kitchen. Is this idea, whether this idea is right?
Well, you want to enter into the kitchen, you want to cook for Krishna and the devotees, you should be qualified. You should be strictly following, but you're not strictly following.
您想进厨房为主 Krishna 为奉献者做饭，您呀还是需要有资格的，这资格呢就是应该是严格的遵守这些戒律，但是呢，您目前暂时还没有严格的遵守这些规范原则。
And just recently, one devotee came to me and he told me that he said his sister got initiation, but his mother could not get initiation. And so I asked him why his mother couldn't get. He said, because my mother is still cooking meat for her husband, for his father. He said, my mother, he said, father is an old man and sometimes he wants to eat things, non-vegetarian. And so the wife is cooking for him. And so she did not get accepted to be initiated.
最近呢，马拉社有一个奉献者 去找他，就告诉他他的姐妹已经起敌了，但是他母亲没有。因为他母亲呢要为自己的丈夫，也就是他父亲做肉食，因为他的老爸年纪大了想吃荤的，所以呢作为妻子呢就得给他做荤食，所以呢就是这位封建者的母亲呢没有被接受，获得启迪。
This was Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. His committee would not approve this lady for initiation until she stops cooking meat.
就是这个是了 Jayapataka Swami Maharaj， 他的委员会呢就不同意，就这个母亲呢，得到启迪，就除非他遵守这个规范。
Okay.
下一个问题是竹笛 Hari Priya Devidasi 顶拜 Gurudev。国家梵歌说，为解脱的灵魂，其行为是物自然三形态引起，物自然三形态完成。我们念诵的圣灵是 Krishna 本人，是不是说我们念诵圣灵的当下是不受三形态控制的呢？感恩 Gurudev。Obeisance Gurudev, in Bhagavad Gita, it is said those unliberated souls, their behavior is carried out by the three modes of material nature. And under the three modes of material nature, now we are chanting the holy name of Krishna, and the holy name is Krishna himself. Does that mean that in the present, when we chant the holy name, we are not under the three modes of the material nature?
Yes, if you chant the holy name without offense. There is quality in chanting the holy name.
倘若您是没有冒犯的念诵的话，确实是不受三形态控制。但是我们念诵的圣灵还是有品质的区分的。
So if you're chanting the holy name, you could be chanting in passion or in ignorance, or you're chanting under the modes of nature. But when we chant the pure holy name, then we will be transcendental.
我们有可能是在激情属性或者韵味属性之下唱诵圣灵，但是如果您是唱诵的是纯粹的圣灵的话呢，那就是属于超然了，超然的境界了。
Okay.
每次 honor 是每次联谊都是大餐，唱诵的时间、学习的时间有限，这是高品质的联谊吧？必须每次联谊都必须大餐吗？不是提倡简朴生活、崇高思想吗？只是为了满足舌头而联谊吗？
Yeah, go ahead, translate.
Yeah, each time we associate, it's always major. There is always big feast, and there's limited time for chant, for kirtan, and study learning. Is that high quality association? Is it necessary for us to have big feast during each association? Isn't that we promote simple living, high thinking? Is that only to gratify the tongue that we associate?
Well, prasadam is important for some people. You may not value prasadam yourself, but for some people it's very important, especially newer devotees, they don't always get the opportunity to have nice prasadam. And so prasadam is very important in giving people more faith and strengthening them in Krishna consciousness. Prasadam is not material, it's spiritual. If we take the prasadam in the proper consciousness, it's not sense gratification, it's spiritual.
Prasadam 对于有人来说是非常重要的，特别是新人没有机会去吃荣耀非常好的 prasadam， 所以这个 prasadam 呢，能给他们带来非常重要，就是给他们信心，强化他们在 Krishna 之别的信心。所以这个并不是物质的，而是灵性的。倘若一个人就怀着正确的知觉去荣耀 prasadam， 那他就不是感官享乐了，而是一种灵性的体验。
Of course, we do like to have kirtan, we do like to have discussion on philosophy. These things are also nice, not only just taking prasadam.
当然了，我们也希望同时呢有 kirtan 唱诵啊，还有讨论哲学，这都是很好的事情，而不仅仅是局限于荣耀 prasadam。
Sometimes, you can let people take prasadam, and a few people who are very interested in kirtan, you can sit and do kirtan while everyone is honoring prasadam.
可以安排，就是当有的人在荣耀 prasadam 的时候呢，那些对 kirtan 特别感兴趣的，可以在旁边 kirtan， 而其他的人在那里荣耀 prasadam。
It's a nice service to do for the pleasure of the devotees. You chant the holy name while they take prasadam.
这就是一种服务奉献者的很好的方法，就是当奉献者们在那里荣耀 prasadam 的时候呢，您可以在旁边贴它。下一个问题是，Shruti Rupa Bhagavatamrta， 请问 Guru， 有奉献者说佛陀有一部佛灵涅盘记法注经，预言了主Chaitanya的出世和先说了 Bhagavatamrta， 这部经典是真实存在的吗？如果是，为什么很多佛教徒都不知道这部经典呢？感恩您。So Shruti Rupa Bhagavatamrta is asking Guru, some devotee said that Lord Buddha, Lord Buddha have a shastra called, when Lord Buddha enter into nirvana, in the Chinese it's called 佛灵涅盘记法注经，不知道这个英文是什么。That there is a small booklet that the content of the booklet is that when Lord Buddha passed away, before he passed away, he had some prophet that after some time something will happen, and after several hundred years of time, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will take birth in Navadvip and will broadcast Mahamantra. So Shruti Rupa Mataji is asking whether or not this shastra is true or not. If it is true, why many Buddhists they don't know this booklet?
Oh, there's so many booklets. What is the authority of this booklet? Who is the author? You have to consider these things. There's so many booklets. So, what is actually authorized Shastra and what is not?
多的这个小册子了，太多的这个经文了，您得看那个它的权威性，得考察它的作者，他是不是权威的。
So we have mention of Lord Buddha in our scriptures, but Buddhists don't like to hear what our scriptures say about Buddha.
在我们的经典当中也提到了佛陀，但是那些佛教徒呢，他们不喜欢聆听我们的经典当中所涉及到的有关于佛祖的这一部分记述。
I don't know. Have I answered the question? Is it?
I also asked this booklet from a student of Brhad University, and she checked it. She said that there is no such thing. I don't know. Then the next question.
Yeah.
那么继续看下一个问题，就是 Honor， 这奉献者说：“咕噜不吃，神会吃吗？没人告诉我进厨房需要资格，不知道怎么办呢？门徒课程也没说，经典也没说，周围中间也没告诉我。” This devotee said that if Guru doesn't take what I cook, then what to speak of God? And nobody told me that I need some qualification to enter into the kitchen. So I really don't know this, so what to do. And even the disciple course and Sasha doesn't mention it. No devotee told me about that.
Well, disciple course does mention about regulative principles. It mentions about cleanliness, mercy, austerity, truthfulness. So buying meat, to purchase meat and to cook meat is not so different from the people who eat the meat. You buy the meat, that means you pay somebody to kill the animals. Where is the mercy? Where is the truthful? Where is the austerity? There's no austerity. You're killing animals to satisfy the tongue. It is not merciful, it is not clean. Don't tell me cooking meat is clean.
在门徒课程当中呢，第7届就提到了这4项原则，应该清洁、仁慈、苦行、真诚。买肉和做肉跟吃肉没有太大的区别，因为你还得付钱去让别人去杀动物，那么仁慈、真诚、苦行何在呢？没有苦行啊。你杀动物还是为了满足舌头啊？这个有什么仁慈啊？有什么仁慈的原则？有什么清洁的原则？有什么苦行的原则呢？
One time in London, Prabhupada was there, and one Indian man came to Prabhupada and he asked Prabhupada, he said, Swamiji, please come to my home. So Prabhupada looked at him and he said to him, do you cook meat in your house? And the man said, oh yes, sometimes we cook meat. So then Prabhupada said, then I will not come.
有一次呢，就是在伦敦，有一个人就来到一个印度人，就来请施了帕帕的，就邀请他说 ，Swami， 你到我家里来做客吧。然后施了帕帕就看着他，直视他，问他，你做肉吗？然后这个印度人呢就说是的，有的时候是做的。然后施了帕帕就说，那我不去。 The next one.
Yeah.
好，那我们看下一个问题。Premanjana， 感谢敬爱的 Guru， 感谢您。我边做饭边直播，让很多人都看到我做的饭做的过程，做好后再供奉 Krishna 会接受吗 ？Dear Guru, I will broadcast the process of cooking, and many people will watch on the cell phone what I cooked and the whole process. After that, I will offer it. Will Krishna accept it?
She will cook and show it to many people.
Yes, and like to teach others how to cook.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
那是的，会接受的。
If you offer with love.
如果您是怀着爱供奉的。
Again, you're offering to Krishna. You must be clean. You must be pure. You should have chanted Hare Krishna beforehand. You should be chanting Hare Krishna. And then you can offer with love. And then Krishna will accept.
就是您必须是保持清洁纯粹，要唱诵 Hare Krishna， 就是在做饭之前呢，要做到清洁，唱诵 Hare Krishna， 怀着爱去做的话 ，Krishna 会接受的。下一个问题是 Yavati Sachi Vedasi Hare Krishna Gurudev, if a devotee is not yet able to chant the Maha Mantra without offense, or tries to do so, is this more advanced than the beginner level? Hare Krishna Gurudev, 如果一个奉献者还不能做到没有冒犯的唱诵 Hare Krishna Maha Mantra， 但是努力的去做，这个层面是不是比初习者要高呢？这个层面进步呢
Yes.
是的。
Because, well, it depends. You know, and a neophyte devotee may also be chanting Hare Krishna, but they may be chanting without offense. They're chanting very sincerely. So, although they're neophyte, they may be chanting with very sincere intention. So, you cannot tell who's...
这也不能一概而论。有的新人呢，他是没有冒犯的唱诵 Hare Krishna 的，特别真诚的唱诵的。所以呢，这个就不能一概而定了。下一个 Premanjana 呢，是不是奉献者只要在一起就算联谊？不管在一起做什么，像普通人一样聊天开玩笑也算联谊吗？Whether or not it is association, even if devotees get together and to to say something else and to joke, is it also association?
No. It's material association. It's not sadhu sangha, it's not spiritual association.
这是物质的联谊，这不是萨度桑的，不是灵性的联谊。
The purpose of association is to talk about Krishna and discuss devotional service, not to just laugh and joke.
奉献者在一起呢，他们就会谈论 Krishna， 谈论奉献服务，而不是在那里嘻嘻哈哈的开玩笑。下一个问题是 越秀营顶拜孤日莲花足，献给孤日供给请问孤日献给 Krishna 供奉的 Prasada 二产品，比如说大豆腐、干豆腐，还有多的二产品，这样供奉能影响知觉吗？Obeisance to Guru's lotus feet, Guru, we offer the prasadam we offer to Krishna include the content of tofu and dry tofu and some byproduct of soil. Will this offering, whether or not will this offering will affect our consciousness?
Because you're offering tofu and things like that? Is it going to affect your consciousness?
Yes. Not the original these elements, but some elements that has been processed by others.
Well, everything depends on the time and the place and the circumstances. So without knowing all the details, I wouldn't like to say.
这个一切呢都要看时间、地点、场合。我也不知道您那个细节呀，具体的细节，所以不好说。
Now, in temple, in a proper temple, of course, we won't offer these things to the deity. But when you're at home, and sometimes devotees together in a house like that, then okay, you can offer these things.
在正式的庙宇呢，是不给神像供奉这些的。但是，比如说奉献者们啊，彼此到对方的家里去做客的话，那是可以的。
You know, we have to consider things like tofu. Who's making it? The people who make the tofu, are they smoking cigarettes? Sometimes you get people making the tofu that they're smoking cigarettes and they're meat eaters. So it's not good to eat their tofu. But if you get tofu which is made by devotee or made by somebody who is a pious, maybe a Buddhist like that, then it's better. Best is you want to have tofu, you make it yourself.
就是有的做豆腐的人呢，一边抽着烟呢，他自己还吃肉，然后这样的人呢，做的豆腐呢就差点。然后比这个好一点的呢，是那些就是奉献者做的、虔诚的人士啊，比如说佛教徒做的，这就要品质要好一些。这样的豆制品，最好的呢是自己做、亲手做的。
Yeah.
下一个是 Brhad 呢，现在孩子们黏在手机上，不愿意和人交流，怎么办？Nowadays, children they are looking at their cell phone all the time. They don't like to communicate with the other person. So what to do?
Take the handphone away from them.
把孩子们的手机拿走，没收。
Okay.
最后一个问题，这位奉献者说：“顶拜咕噜，我不做肉，也不买肉，但是我会尽母亲和女儿的责任，给孩子和父亲的钱，他们不是奉献者，这也算做肉了，怎么办？平时我和儿子、父亲不在一起住，但就是这点会违反4项基本原则。” Obeisance Guru, although I don't cook meat, I don't buy meat, but as a mother and as a daughter, I will do my duty and give money to my children and my father. they are not devotee. So that is also like cooking meat. So what to do? Because in the daytime, because I don't live with my son and father, but this will also violate for regular principle.
What, she gives money to them?
Yes.
Well, she's giving money out of duty, but it's not her fault that they buy meat with the money. I mean, she's giving money for their maintenance, but she's not telling them to buy meat. They do that on their own. That's their problem. She has some duty. She has to give some money to her son or to her father, whatever. So it's out of duty. But I don't think she's violating the regular principle.
就是这不是您的错，因为您在尽自己的义务和责任。您虽然给您的父亲和孩子钱，但是您并没有给他们钱让他们去买肉，他们去买荤食，这是他们自己的问题。所以姑姑说，您只是在尽自己的责任呢，您并没有违反思想原则。That's all the question.
Okay, so we'll stop here today. Thank you very much, Guru Mani.
Thank you, Maharaj.
We wish all the devotees nice chanting and on an auspicious day. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
哈利布，咕噜队还有一个问题，咕噜玛尼。
Yes, so there's one more question from Harivansa Prabhu. Harivansa Prabhu, Guru 讲的这种分离后的灵性情感，在物质世界的母子男女之间的情感，算是倒影般的展示吧。In the lecture, Guru, you said that the spiritual emotion that after the separation, in the material world, there's also the emotion between mother and son and female and male. Is it a perverted exhibition?
Yes.
是的，是的。
Yes, it's perverted of the pure love for Krishna.
这个就是对 Krishna 的纯粹的爱的一种扭曲的倒影。
The person we really love is Krishna.
我们真正爱的那个人呢是 Krishna。
You don't love the body, the dead body. You don't love a dead body.
就是我们爱的呢，并不是那个躯壳那个死尸。
You love the person because the soul's in the body, and that soul is a part of Krishna.
就因为有灵魂住在那个人的躯体的躯壳当中，所以你才爱他。因为他也是 Krishna 的所属部分。That's all. Okay, no more question. Thank you.
Okay. 我们感谢 Guru Mani 给我们讲台的翻译，感谢所有的奉献是聆听唱诵，祝福你们万事如意，传教顺利。Hare Krishna。
Hare Krishna。韦坤的知音服务员，各位